President Mugabe, Chancellor Awama, the candidates are assembled. We may now proceed with these commencement exercises.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. As we begin today's commencement ceremony, Despina Lee-Ascos, President of the IU Northwest Alumni Association, will lead us in singing the national anthem. So will all those who are not standing and who are able to stand, please stand for the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the classes of 2020 and 2021, welcome to this celebration of your achievements. Since last Friday and continuing all this week through until Saturday, Indiana University will be awarding 21,145 degrees around the state of Indiana, including 695 degrees right here at IU Northwest. This will be a record total of over 24,200 degrees awarded during this whole academic year across all IU campuses. In addition, IU awarded a total of 23,879 degrees in the 2020 academic year. Over the course of my nearly 14 years as president of Indiana University, more than 10,500 students have earned degrees right here at the IU Northwest campus. It has been my honor to preside over nearly all of their commencement ceremonies, and this morning's ceremony is the 133rd IU commencement ceremony over which I have presided and will be my last at IU Northwest. I'm especially pleased to greet those joining us virtually today, the parents, the wives, the husbands, partners, children, relatives, and friends who have helped to make possible this day of achievement for all of our candidates. And we thank you all for joining us online in celebration of your loved ones' accomplishments. I'd also like to welcome and congratulate those members of the classes of 2020 and 2021 who are joining us virtually online today as well. So please join me in recognizing all of these graduates and their families and their friends with a hearty round of applause. Indiana University is proud of its long and distinguished history. As a public university, we are deeply grateful for the support that we receive from the people of Indiana, and we are proud of the university's service to our state, our country, and the world for more than 200 years. Seated on stage, in front of the stage, are officers of the university, and we are pleased that they have joined us for this occasion, and you will find their names listed in your program booklets. I'm particularly pleased to introduce two members of the Board of Trustees of Indiana University today. Joining us are Molly C. Connor of Indianapolis, our student trustee, and Donna B. Spears of Richmond, who grew up nearby in East Chicago, Indiana. Please join me in welcoming our trustees. Also with us today is John S. Applegate, IU's Executive Vice President for University Academic Affairs. Please join me too in welcoming him. Now, it is a great pleasure to call to the podium the Chancellor of Indiana University Northwest, Ken Iwama. Please join me in welcoming the Chancellor.
Thank you, President McRobbie. I join you in extending a warm welcome to the members of the classes of 2020 and 2021 of IU Northwest. And graduates, there are some individuals whom I ask you to salute. The faculty members of Indiana University Northwest, their outstanding scholarship, dedication to teaching, and commitment to their students have made this commencement possible. By their example, they have inspired our graduates in ways that will last a lifetime. Will the faculty here today please stand for our recognition? Thank you. I would also like to recognize the members of the IU Northwest outstanding staff who are here with us today. These tireless individuals help to make it possible for our students to succeed. Would you also join me in giving them a round of applause as well? And now, a traditional feature of commencement is the induction of our graduates into the IU Alumni Association. Our students are members of a very close family while at Indiana University Northwest. As graduates, you become part of something much bigger, a network of friends and colleagues with whom you have much in common. And so, I invite Trustee Spears to the podium to welcome the classes of 2020 and 2021 into the IU Alumni Association. So, will all the members of the classes of 2020 and 2021 here who are able, please stand.
What an exciting day. On behalf of the previous graduates of all of our campuses, welcome to the ranks of this unique alumni community. This is a breakthrough moment in your lives, and congratulations. Your determination and strength are what set you apart from others. As graduates, you are now a part of a powerful global network. Be active in your alumni association. Take advantage of the connections and the insights of other alumni. And take the call when a fellow graduate seeks to connect with you. Be generous with your advice and connections. Most important, express a grateful and helpful attitude. Graduates, while you worked hard to earn your degrees, your loved ones near and far are a testament to a great truth. Nothing significant is ever achieved alone. All of us celebrate your success. We honor you and we celebrate for all. For all the family and friends who supported your journey to this moment, for all the long hours of studying, toiling, and sacrificing to make it through college, for all those who will benefit from what you have learned, for all of those who follow you, may they show the same discipline, humility, and strength it takes to earn a degree from Indiana University. And for all of you who are the hope, the promise of your campus, your communities, your circle of friends and loved ones, as well as the society you will shape. Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021.
So to the classes of 2020 and 2021, I offer you my congratulations on your induction into the Indiana University Alumni Association. Please be seated. So good morning, everyone. Let me take that back. Great morning, everyone. Members of the Indiana University Board of Trustees, especially Trustee Connor and Trustee Spears, who are here with us today. The IU Northwest Board of Advisors, President McRobbie, Vice President Applegate, and members of the Platform Party, faculty and staff colleagues, alumni, family, and friends. I'm truly honored to introduce you to the Indiana University Northwest classes of 2020 and 2021. I believe this is the first time in memory that we are celebrating two classes in one commencement. This is indeed an unprecedented celebration, reflects an equally unprecedented time in our history. To our combined 1,427 graduates, this is your day, this is your time. Give yourselves a loud and well-earned round of applause. I want to give a special acknowledgement to President McRobbie, who will be retiring at the end of June, leaving behind a legacy as one of the longest-serving university presidents in the nation. The greatness of Indiana University, culminating with your tenure, President McRobbie, is truly indicative of your leadership. Although I'm still relatively new to IU, I have to believe that your exceptional stewardship of Indiana University and your support of IU Northwest through the crisis of the past year encompass some of your finest hours. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff, I thank you. Oh, and what a year it's been. Every commencement class will always have a basic bond created by a shared experience of the university you attended and your year of graduation. But you are a special group. You always have something that makes those bonds even much stronger. The collective experience of a life-changing event, which is the pandemic. In the years to come, you'll have many casual conversations where someone will inevitably ask you where and when you graduated, prompting you to say, IU Northwest, class of 2020 or 2021. And I suspect that you may receive back a raised eyebrow or knowing glance, followed by the question, what was that like? And your memories may lead you back to the first time you had an online class, the first time you used Zoom, and of course, the first time anyone ever told you you're on mute. The first time you wore a mask, the first time you heard those strange phrases, mitigation testing, contact tracing, and social distancing. Your memories outside of IU Northwest may also lead you back to feelings of loss, hardship, and isolation. This has been such a difficult time. But I hope, truly hope, in greater measure, your recollection of this past year will evoke the phrase, we are in this together, words that have defined all of us here at IU Northwest, the faculty, staff, and administration whose lives were also turned upside down, coming together like never before to support you, our graduates. And our collective diligence in following health and safety protocols, not always out of the primary concern for ourselves, but for the care and responsibility of others. Most of all, I hope you remember what you did, right? Your resiliency, your persistence in the face of, at times, seemingly insurmountable challenges. The very fact that you're here today, through it all, makes you, the classes of 2020 and 2021, unique to our time and equally vital to our future. For many, our nation is also confronted with seemingly insurmountable challenges: escalation of divisiveness, social justice conflict raging across our land. So who better to turn to than to each of you, our IU Northwest graduates? There is no one better prepared to bring the principles of "we are in this together" back to our communities. And after confronting a global pandemic, there is no one better prepared to take on the other great challenges of our time. Take Honorata Soltis, graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Shortly after her mother and grandmother emigrated to the United States from Poland, Babcia, the name Honorata lovingly uses to refer to her grandmother, became chronically ill. For more than 2 decades, Honorata, alongside her mother and sister, have become Babcia's primary caretakers. It was from this round-the-clock care and frequent visits to the hospital that Honorata found her calling in caring for others. And care she did, including caring for all of us. When the pandemic descended, Honorata served as a student site director for our IU Northwest COVID mitigation testing clinic, which helped to keep us safe this academic year and established our campus as one of the safest. First-born American in her family to earn a high school diploma. First to attend and graduate from college, Honorata will be bringing her compassionate spirit to St. Mary's Medical Center in Hobart, where she will be working as a registered nurse upon graduation. Honorata Soltis, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you, Honorata. Abdul Anaya, class of 2021. To fully appreciate Abdul's journey, we need to travel 6,000 miles away to Syria. It was there in 7th grade that Abdul's best friend Anas passed away in front of him, a casualty of the incomprehensible violence that has engulfed the area. It is so often used that the phrase, "make this world a better place," can lose its true impact upon us. But when Abdul says that the loss of Anas inspired him to make the world a better, more peaceful place, it resonates with a deep meaning. Abdul's commitment to his inspiration began 5 years later when he came to the United States at the age of 17, alone, to Crown Point. From there, he perfected his English, graduated high school, married his wife, Hamra, also an IU Northwest student, came to us to pursue triple degrees in chemistry, biochemistry, and biology, with dual minors in physics and mathematics. Yeah, I'm exhausted just saying that. While working between 60 and 80 hours per week at St. Catherine's Hospital in East Chicago, teaching Arabic in his community, tutoring in our labs, and assisting multiple professors with their research. A schedule that compelled Abdul on occasion to sleep in his car just to get an hour or two of rest before starting all over again the next day. IU Northwest has become his adopted home, and he humbly acknowledges that without this community, many of his dreams would never have been realized. Abdul now plans to attend medical school as the next step in fulfilling his promise made years ago to make this world a better place. Abdul Anaya, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you, Abdul. Christopher Hart's class of 2020, who gives us a window into the lives of IU Northwest students who graduated a year ago. Upon graduating with dual degrees in fine arts and education, you can still find Chris in the classroom, but now it's his classroom. Chris teaches at South Haven Elementary School in Portage Township, which has given him the perfect opportunity to blend his skills and passions, his love of the arts, his love of teaching, for the benefit of his students. Already dedicated to lifelong learning, Chris continues to explore the world of digital art for his own creative growth and to better connect and engage with his students. From the parents who inspired him, especially his mother, who decided to pursue her nursing degree while Chris was young, to now Chris inspiring a new generation of students. This is our legacy, students achieving their dreams, helping others to achieve theirs, and so on, sustaining our communities. This is IU Northwest. Chris Hartz, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, Chris. I'm going to finish where I began, with persistence. With Manuelita Guerrero, it was 15 years ago that Manuelita, a mother of three, fell victim to gun violence. She survived miraculously, and after months of intense rehabilitation, she was able to return to work only to discover she had been laid off. Needing somewhere to turn, she came to us, enrolling at IU Northwest. After several pauses in her educational journey, today Manuelita graduates with a Bachelor's of Arts in Communication with dual minors in Latino Studies and Sociology. She shares this message with all of you. It's never too late. Manuelita is quick to point out that she's twice the age of some of her classmates and still took every opportunity to immerse herself in everything IU Northwest has to offer, from serving in student leadership positions to attending campus events, often with her daughters in tow. Having personally experienced the fragility of life, Manuelita dedicates her life outside the classroom to help others, volunteering at a local food pantry, helping her neighbors to translate their mail, opening her home to a family displaced by Hurricane Maria, and helping young mothers, as she herself once needed help. Manuelita, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, Manuelita. Honorata Abdul Chris Manuelita, four remarkable IU Northwest students. They are a mirror reflecting your own stories of inspiration, determination, and triumph. They reflect many of the great characteristics of our graduates. 40% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. You are our youngest graduate at 20, our oldest at 68, and everywhere in between. 53 of you are veterans whom we support and thank for your service. More than 80% of you worked while pursuing your studies. You come to us from 17 countries, and you're one of the most diverse student bodies of campuses across our state. You are all of this and so much more. I will say it again, you are a special group, and you will always be special to me as my first graduating classes as Chancellor of IU Northwest. I'm so very thankful that today we are in this together once again, one more time, as you now take what you have learned, your acquired knowledge and skills, and unleash them to enrich your communities. Build upon your remarkable accomplishment today to dream anew, achieve more, guided by the noble purpose to help all of us do better and be better, knowing that IU Northwest will always be here for you because today, you're Red Hawks for life. President McRobbie, I could not be prouder to present to you the Indiana University Northwest classes of 2020 and 2021. Congratulations, graduates. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Bridget Camille Kelly. Ms. Kelly is graduating with a Master of Science in Education with an emphasis in special education. She is a logistics officer in the Indiana National Guard, elementary director of school culture and special education at Steel City Academy, and a consulting teacher for Responsive Classroom. Her areas of interest are youth social and emotional development and whole body fitness. And she has served as a certified personal trainer and group fitness instructor at the IU Northwest Center for Urban and Regional Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, Bridget Kelly.
Good morning, President McRobbie, Chancellor Iwama, Dean Sperling, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most important, the classes of 2020 and 2021. I stand before you on this occasion grateful, honored, and humbled by the opportunity to speak to you today. When I received the overwhelming amount of emails and phone calls from IU leadership saying that I was chosen to be this year's commencement speaker, Nervousness filled my body. Now, some of you may ask why, and the answer that I can provide is logical. In this role, I am supposed to impart wisdom and motivation and help provide the opportunity for you to continue manifesting in your destiny. Let me tell you, these have been some very tough shoes to fill. But as my mother would always say, to whom much is given, much is required. Recently, I was observing my daughter's weekly physical therapy session, contemplating on the message that I wanted to share with you today. I knew my message needed to be rooted in the footprints of my daughter Riley, as well as my lifeline at Indiana University Northwest. So as I continued to watch my daughter stand up to jump, I began to think back to the moment when the doctors told me that my daughter would never walk or talk, and those inspirational experiences at IUN that supported me in living my purpose and pursuing my growth. It is because of Riley and those experiences I gained at IU Northwest that has shaped the woman that stands before you today. Over the duration of my life, 38 years I might say, I have been afforded growth opportunities that have placed significant responsibilities on my shoulders. These responsibilities turned into opportunities, like serving in the Indiana Army National Guard for over 15 years, serving as a K-12 teacher and leader, volunteering in my community, and most important, becoming a mother. My daughter Riley was diagnosed with a rare genetic X chromosome disorder at the age of 2. As I have watched her grow and work through the trials and tribulations of her disability, I see her display true heroism. My daughter wears an S on her chest to represent her superpowers, limitless and powerful beyond measure. I know some of us can relate to the need to find our own inner strength, especially over the past year when the state moved to a stay-at-home order that will forever change our lives. I was away with the Army, feeling helpless because my family was home, dealing with confusion, isolation, and fear. Raise your hand, graduates, if you had a similar feeling of helplessness. Graduates, this is one of the truly experiences that binds us. Our experiences as students during the COVID-19 pandemic are truly lessons learned and true testaments of our power. By definition, limitless means without end, boundaries, or limits. Close your eyes now and visualize the obstacles we faced in order to get to this monumental day. You all may recall trying to navigate Canvas and Zoom, distancing from the social context that shape our college experiences, forgetting your mask and trying to attend your hybrid courses, submitting your work an hour late because Canvas was still set to Eastern Standard Time, and last but not least, this mandatory mitigation testing. It hasn't been easy, but what I have realized is that just like my daughter, we too wear an S on our chest with no cap on our potential because we, just like Riley, are limitless. Graduates, we are powerful beyond measure. We may have different degrees in varying subjects, but we are Red Hawks for life. We've had moments of frustration, yet we found our strength, our resilience. We've had moments of weakness, yet we found each other. One of the most important lessons that I've learned over this past year is that we are all equipped to overcome the mountains that we will climb in our lives. Remember to trust yourself. Your intuition and abilities are the natural building blocks of your confidence. As New York Times bestselling author Marianne Williamson wrote, and I will paraphrase, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. As we let our own light shine, we give permission to others to unconsciously do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence liberates others. I challenge you today, in the years to follow, graduates, let your light shine bright. The lights I see shining here today symbolize the supercharged radiance that we collectively possess. When you let your light shine, you all send a message, and that message will manifest your destiny. And graduates, that destiny will become your legacy. Always remember, you are braver than you think and stronger than you seem. As we close out today, Turn to a fellow graduate and loud and proud say, "We are strong and we are brave." Classes of 2020 and 2021, I honor and salute you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly, for your inspiring message. And now, President McRobbie will deliver his charge to the classes of 2020 and 2021.
Trustees, Executive Vice President Applegate, Chancellor Awama, and members of the classes of 2020 and 2021. And Ms. Kelly, congratulations on a superb speech as well. Last year, Indiana University celebrated its bicentennial. This historic milestone provided a unique opportunity for the university to highlight all that it had achieved in its first 200 years as it became and grew to become one of the world's leading public research universities, fueled an engine of opportunity and prosperity for Indiana and the nation, sparked discoveries that have helped to solve some of the states in our world's most difficult and urgent problems, and illuminated the boundless possibilities of human imagination and creativity. The celebration of our bicentennial was, however, interrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. This has made the last year of your time at IU Northwest very different from the traditional IU experience. But despite the enormous challenges and disruption caused by the pandemic, you remain dedicated to your studies and steadfast in adjusting to all the public health measures needed to help fight the pandemic with a combination of courage, resilience, and an unwavering concern for others. All of us have been enormously proud of how seriously and diligently you have responded to all that has been required of you. Your efforts have been vital in helping the university keep functioning with some sense of normalcy in spite of all that has had to have been endured. All of us in the university salute you. As you graduate today, you're among the first graduates to carry Indiana University's legacy forward into its third century. You have benefited from a 200-year legacy of educational excellence that is now the foundation of the present and of the future. But what is the fundamental purpose of a university like IU in the 21st century? The great civil rights activist, historian, and author W.E.B. Du Bois addressed this question more than a century ago in a landmark 1903 book of essays. The function of the university, he wrote, is not simply to teach breadwinning or to furnish teachers for the public schools or to be a center of polite society. It is above all to be the organ of that fine adjustment between real life and the growing knowledge of life, an adjustment which forms the secret of civilization. Certainly one reason that you came to IU Northwest was for an education of the highest quality, one that would prepare you for a personally and professionally rewarding life and career. IU has done much over the last 14 years to ensure that the degrees you earn fulfill this purpose, that they are highly relevant to today's information-based global society and speak to the issues facing the world. But as Du Bois suggested, teaching breadwinning or preparing you to earn a living, while an immensely important outcome, is not IU's sole function. And its function goes beyond providing teachers for the public schools, though we take great pride in doing just that. Our School of Education here at IU Northwest and around the state train excellent, highly sought-after teachers who are regularly named some of the very best in the state. Nor is IU's function, in Du Bois' words, to be a center of polite society, though the manner in which universities like IU conduct inquiry and public debate has been critical to civil society and to modern science. Many have lamented the unintended and unexpected effect of modern communications like social media to divide and to isolate rather than to bring together. Universities must be places that bridge those divides, not to reach agreement on all things, but to improve understanding, sharpen ideas, and ultimately advance society through dialogue. But instead, Du Bois defined the function of the university as fostering, in his words, that broad knowledge of what the world knows and knew of human living and doing, which may be applied to the 1,000 problems of real life that are today confronting us. More than a century ago, Du Bois realized that mitigating the most difficult and vexing problems that face society would depend on applying the powers of logic and reason to the myriad and immense bodies of human knowledge. This, Du Bois maintained, was the function of the university in 1903. And today, over a century later, in 2021, it remains one of Indiana University's most noble functions for the next century. Our university's essential work, as it has been for 2 centuries, is to provide students with the best, most contemporary and broadest education possible, one that is accessible to all the citizens of Indiana and elsewhere, no matter what their means or from where they come. It is to pursue transformative research and scholarship at the highest levels of excellence. And it is to serve our state and its regions, our nation and the world in countless ways, including by producing graduates like you who apply the knowledge that you have gained to address the many difficult challenges that are confronting us. The world is facing seismic changes, from rapidly changing and unstable geopolitics to the very survival of democracy, and from the impact of technology on personal privacy to the health and well-being of the human race. The demanding, difficult, and pressing tasks that must be carried out are immense, and the problems in need of solutions myriad. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought new urgency to the need to improve global public health, prepare for future pandemics, and to conquer disease. A highly divisive political environment at home and abroad gives new urgency to the reduction of conflict. The racism, bigotry, intolerance, and hatred that too many members of our society, especially people of colour, are forced to confront on a daily basis gives new urgency to the need to create communities where differences of all kinds, whether of race, ethnicity, or belief, are respected, valued, and protected, and where hatred, bigotry, and intolerance are powerfully condemned. The need to address countless other challenges, including responding to the effects of climate change, alleviating poverty, and building prosperity, grows more urgent with each passing day. So it is to you that the world now looks, for your commitment as citizens, for your energy and seriousness of purpose as you grapple with the most formidable problems that confront us, for your commitment to human dignity and freedom, and for all that you can do to renew the global economy, to innovate, to build, to heal, and to teach. As graduates of Indiana University, you have been preparing for years to become the next generation to discover, to understand, and to apply all that you have learned. It is now incumbent on you to grasp and understand problems that exist no matter where you find yourselves, to use the wisdom that you have gained to devise with the greatest of skill the best solutions to these, and to summon the courage to respond when you are called upon to advance the common good. At your commencement from this place and into the world at large, this is my charge to you. Keep what is good. Change what needs to be changed with wisdom. Take pride in your work and the world that you will make. And may you carry on the traditions of excellence that have brought you to this moment. It may be said in years to come that it was graduates like you here and around the world who confronted and conquered the most difficult challenges of today and gained the respect, gratitude, and admiration of all. Thank you very much. And now I invite Chancellor Iwama to return to the podium.
President McRobbie, congratulations on your upcoming retirement from the role of President of Indiana University. For 14 years, you have served with great distinction as the leader of the university, presiding over its transformation in its academic programs, physical facilities, and philanthropic culture. In no area has this transformation been greater than that of IU Northwest and the other 4 IU regional campuses. As one of the longest-serving university presidents in the country, you have been a steadfast champion of our mission. You recognized early in your presidency that regional campus students represent a crucial constituency, and that serving them is an essential part of IU's overall mission to serve the citizens of Indiana. You have promoted with tremendous success our goals of an excellent, affordable, learner-centered education for our students, deep community and regional engagement, and a collaborative structure and culture that is unique in American higher education and indeed serves as a model for others. The unprecedented philanthropic support for the regional campuses is surely proof of the widespread appreciation of the revitalization of the IU regional campuses that you initiated. President McRobbie, can I ask you to please come forward? Michael A. McRobbie, in recognition of your innumerable contributions to the IU regional campuses, on behalf of IU Northwest, it is my great privilege to present you with the IU Northwest Chancellor's Medallion, shown in this display case with the Chancellor's Medallions of each of the regional campuses. This joint award is the first of its kind, and it is an appropriate symbol of the collaboration between your office and the regional campuses. Please accept this symbol of our deepest gratitude. Could everyone please recognize President McRobbie with a great big round of applause.
Well, thank you very much, Chancellor. It really is a great honor and privilege to receive the IU Northwest Chancellor's Medallion from you, and it will be a treasured reminder of my years working together with you and your predecessors in service to IU Northwest and to the larger university. So thank you once again, most sincerely, to you and your fellow chancellors for this wonderful honor, which I do enormously appreciate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President McRobbie. We now come to the central moment of this commencement ceremony, the conferral of degrees. The names of candidates are listed in your program booklets. I invite your attention to the fact that some candidates have been awarded honors in general scholarship. They are wearing distinguished cords. The significance of these cords is explained in the honor cords section of your program booklets. In addition, some students have earned departmental or school honors or are members of academic honor societies. Indiana University holds all of its graduates in high esteem and takes an added measure of pride in those who have excelled academically. I now ask those candidates for degrees who are graduating with distinction, high distinction, and highest distinction who are able to please stand and remain standing. I also ask candidates who have attained departmental or school honors or who belong to academic honor societies to also stand as you are able. Congratulations to all. Please be seated. Our graduating students who are veterans or are currently in the armed forces are wearing red, white, and blue cords. I ask them to please stand as they are able. Please accept our deepest thanks and congratulations. Please be seated. The candidates for degrees will now be presented by the deans of the respective schools and programs. As I ask candidates from each school to stand, will their deans and the Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Vicky Roman Lagunas, please stand as well. President McRobbie will confer degrees after all the candidates have been introduced. At that time, all of you will be asked to stand once again for the conferral. I begin by presenting candidates for degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences under the leadership of Dean Mark Hoyer. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of General Studies from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts in English please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Clinical Counseling please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Liberal Studies from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. I will now present candidates for degrees from the School of the Arts under the leadership of Dean David Clayman. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts from the School of Arts please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts from the School of Arts please stand and remain standing? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. I now present candidates from the School of Business and Economics under the leadership of Dean Cynthia Roberts. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. I will now present candidates from the School of Education under the leadership of Interim Dean Mark B. Sperling. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Education please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Education please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. I now present candidates from the College of Health and Human Services under the leadership of Interim Dean Linda DeLunas. Will the candidates for the degree Associate of Science in Health Information Technology please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Associate of Science in Radiography please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Dental Hygiene please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Health Information Administration please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Medical Imaging Technology please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Sciences please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Applied Health Science please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Nursing please stand? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Health Service Management please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Public Affairs please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Public Affairs please stand? It is my pleasure to introduce Tamara Davis, Dean of the School of Social Work. Will the candidates for the degree Associate of Science in Labor Studies please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Labor Studies please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Social Work please stand and remain standing? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Social Work please stand? These candidates, meeting all requirements for the degrees indicated, are recommended by the faculty for the conferral of these degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Now, will all those candidates who have earned a degree and are able, please stand once again. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Indiana University, I am proud and privileged to confer upon each and every one of you the degrees recommended by the faculty with all attendant rights and responsibilities. The reputation of Indiana University depends on your continued commitment to the values, knowledge, and skills that you have learned here. And I now invite those of you who are receiving your first college degree to move the tassels on your caps to the left side to indicate that you are truly graduates of Indiana University. Congratulations, graduates. Again, please be seated.
I now invite our graduates to come forward to the platform. Professor Emeritus Kenneth Schoon will announce the names of the graduates.
First graduate is Catherine Lee Howell. Gabriel Pedro Nava. Alexis Margaret Webster. Gregory Teemer. Kelsey Eleanor Bodner. Jessica Peterson Rogers. Jennifer Lynn Wilson. Milagro A. Wycliffe. Donna Jean Peck. Tony Marie Pavlinek. Tyler Potesta. Shay Rogers. Ilana Abdul. Laverne D. Briggs. Mariana Y. Eskew. Anna Marie Stevler. Carrielle Joe Irwin. Adam Bradley Maurer. Stephen G. Marcos. Carly R. Petrus. Jacob Ryan Rothschild. Timothy Edward Jenkins. Dawn Ann Westerfield. Jordan Parker. Neil Soriano. Dylan Daniel Schwader. Amber Reeves. Yvette Ojeda. Shelley R. Gurovitz. Brittany Nicole Cross. Maria Jakoska. Jocelyn Caton Colburn. Gretel Petralka. Lauren Elizabeth Bunchak. Christina Lee Stark. Jeffrey Stephen Griggs. Michele Marie Dunlap. Kayla L. Sims. Jesma Renee Jones. Emily Ruselang. Samantha Jo King. Emily Margaret Berkman. Kaylee Margus. Elena Jane Polen. Kimberly Sue Winning. Ashley Marie Esslinger. Brooke Taylor Uporski. Agatha Marciana Grabowski. Jennifer Lynn Colville. Gabriela Diaz. Dan Tolson. Tina Tolson. Isabel Gamez. Amy Jo Erb. Jasmine Lilia. Sharonda Johnson. Veronica Chapa. Kaylee Christie Heiss. Jackie Lynn Roberts. Elizabeth Mary Black. Nancy Garay Espinosa. Jennifer Meska. Nicole Ashley Batista. Lindsay Nicole Markovich. Kenitra Tyshell Moore. Leo Del Valle. Francisco Miguel Rivera. Patricia Berry. Hunter Everett Reese. Lorenzo Barajas. Alyssa Marie Labra. Haley Nicole Yanez. Kyle Pals. Josie Nicole Lepak. Ana Cornejo. Abdul Inaya. Catherine Rabicki. Lydia Elaine Nacarado. Marie Lauren Stockton. Nancy Singh. Cheyenne Hazinga. Ronald John Lee. Megan Elise Ironman. John Matthew Bunag. Ivana Trenkovska-Mateski. Reem Namari. Philip Emmanuel Flores. Mark Mason. Amy Renee Graham. Miriam Alvarado Cabrales. Racine I. Johnson. Hannah Barton. Brenda Chuvelle Edwards. Alicia Villarule. Yasmin Jeves. Anthony Taylor. Taylor Page Marler. Tamer Hall. Bruana Degree. Camille Jankosek. Selena Martina Tejeda. Junelle Roy. Melissa Marie Bermudez. Joshua Charles Novak. Evelyn Salinas. Marissa Santos. Mihail Yehel Greenwood. Felicidad E. Pergadas. Ontario S. Howard. Brianna Dittmer. Christopher Mark Hartz. Aaron Ray Aguilar. Floyd Earl Dumas. Justin Nicole Ramirez. Justine Nicole Ramirez. Andrea Sandoval. Linda Mastronardi. Crystal Shante Moore. Stephanie Navarro. Madeline Rose Novak. Sierra Ariel Falcon. Honorata Soltis. Shania White. Gabriela Lorena Hernandez. Justin E. Turner. Jessica Marie Greystone. Kirsten Marie Decker. Katisha Coates Toney. Olga Elek. Andrea Deanne Johns. Jessica Adamczyk. Connor Bennett. Isabel Marie Hannenkrat. Ryan Cody Rothstein. Yes. Lindsay Brooke Gerasi. Ishraq Abdul Razak. Corin L. Keeley. Madison Kelly. Melina N. Verduzco. Maya Rosales. Good. Jasmine Cherise Pratt. Andrea Nicole Fluker. Andrew John Holadak. Christopher S. Shannon. Deanna Nicole Brown. Who's Jolene? Jolene Perez. Sherry Lynn Verway. Natalie Ann Vega Finn. Angela Marie Lopez. Tiana Mercedes Sanchez. Antoinette Bridgeforth. Angel Javier Rodriguez. Matthew Paul Chapsky. Myra Andreja Barrera. Kayla N. Hofferth. Celeste Alicia Reed. Elgis Streeter. Rafia Islam. Daniel S. Riordan. Heather Noel Nieto. Julianne Gard. Manuelita F. Guerrero. Jeton Hicks. Tyra Vivians. Alicia Rose Scott. Shayna Desiree Chandler. Courtney L. Nagel. Katie Martinez. Tima Richardson. Gina Marie Silva. Silverio Napolis III. Precious Parker. Naomi Pina. Benjamin Paul Makuga. Flor Pimentel. Angelis Vukan. Lisa Louise Gack. Jesse Seams. Adeline Cubillo. Jennifer Guerrera. Evan Carpin. Olivia Helene Rogers. Alyssa Rose Martin. Jalan Christopher Halliburton. Angad Singh Sidhu. Robin Marie Griffin. Natalie Alcala Padilla. Zain Haddad. Elena Jackson. Serene Ann Thackeray. Adela Simone Coy. Jamise Green. Bernadette Resto. Brianna Dingje. No. Tyler James Hack. Jordan Nicole Zork. Rebecca Marie Kiros. Valerie Cundiff. Myla Lynn Camarillo. Kevin Matthew Guernsey. Kyla Lynn Roney. Samantha Ostrom. Nicholas Ohava. Harun Mahiadin. Emily Carpenter. Amelia Veseleska. Gurmeet Kaur. Ali Melita Sebastian. Andrea Lynn Nelson. Brianna Moore. Ariel Alexandria Mana. Sarah Lynn Kish. Courtney Iliff. Curtis Mitchell. Carlos Alberto Martinez Hernandez. Joseph Dylan Ramirez. Romaine Renee Brown. Wendy Marie Miss. Lisa Jolene Borst. Diana Guerrero. Kashandra Melson. Brooke Renee Phelps. Brianna R. Brown. Samantha Nicole Hernandez. Angela M. Marchesi. Sarah E. Peskis. Sarah Jean Geraci. Sarah Gacy. Ruben Matthew Ramos. Maritza Yvette Rhodes. Aaron J. Wright. Jeffrey John Dykstra. Morgan Louise Dixon. Azucena Rosas Gonzalez. Rosemary Fady Imal. Aaliyah Victoria Perez. Alexis Liana Kaufman. Kathy Howard. James E. Tavares. Janelle Turner. Jasmine Nicole McGee. Jada Elise Smith. Cicely Marie Lebrun. Rihanna D. Boonder. Evelyn Flores. Danbrielle Marion Carter. Julia Keener. Lauren Deshawn Sanders. Derek Cannon Senior. Courtney Ann Hendren. Tanya L. Lindsay. Kevin Edward Smith. Haley Marie Sutherland. Maddie Ann Schrag. Tonaja Janae Hooks. Adriana Rose Ponce. Jessica N. Coulter. Sarah Marie Gordon. Rachel Y. Rodriguez. Veronica I. Saldana. Yes. Casey Perry. Haley Jane Rugas. Carmita L. Williams. Michaela Louise Berlin. Alex H. Bilowski. Brooklyn Yoder. Alexa Taylor Williams. Lauren Marie Plummer. Jessica Ann Leslie. Water. Janie Christiana Harrell. Freya Nicole Okersinski. Kristen Nicole Lambert. Sarah Ann Pansini. Nicole Stavitz. Christopher Edward Abram Jr. Jennifer Renee Crane. Michelle Eileen Johnson. Mamuna Kieto. Maxine Lovelace. Serena D. Thorman. Katie Sable Rodriguez. Symphony Renee Placencia Garcia. Alicia Nicole Perez. Jennifer Phillips. Jessica Marie Bramer. Rolanda Wright. Kenita Garner. Exario Moreno. Neil Giovanni. Aisha Hadika Chowdhury. Megan Elizabeth Miserly. Uchenna A. Okenyach. Okenyache? Onyakechi. Damian Tremaine Timms. Jeray M. Ferries. Raven Mariana Baker. Melanie Lynn Handlin.
Rebecca Lan Upchurch.
Rebecca Lynn Upchurch. Chantel Almanzan. Cheyenne Johnson. Adriana Isabel Acevedo. Thelma Janine Robinson. Michael Boyer. Jared Scott Catherman. Xavier Arturo Silva. Kyle Jacob Gooch. Melanie G. Dello. Crystal Vega. Xavier Nathan Avila Rodriguez. Nibal Adol Salam. Brianna Washington. Jordan Salas. Angela Masilovich. Ryan Timothy Post. Sylvia Amanda Corey. Sandra Faye Shuford. Shuford. Sayeda Shamaila Nakfli. Kayula Wellborn. Islam Ibrahim Amara. Georgie M. Robinson. Isabella Daisy Kowalczyk. Natalie Elizabeth Perez. William Truman Fleming, Jr. Arini D. Cota. Chastity Gordon. Chanel Joy Watkins. Lisette Guadalupe Castaneda. Jordan Miller. Misty Marie Garza. Cynthia Ananya Cortez. Serena Marie Washington. Donald Sanders. Carissa Danielle Damancos. Ryan C. Kolinsky. Neil Edward Broad. Imran Shazad. Anastasia Jelic. Anya Stanek. Kirsten Nicole Carlson. Jacqueline Marie Hedgepeth. Stephanie Marie Geyer. Deanna Ramirez. Elizabeth Ann Dallas. Jana Sorensen. Karina Martinez. Vanessa Podesky. Sabrina Maria Rizzo. Samantha Anna Rizzo. Tiara Curtis. Tricia Stone. Rasha Siddiqui. Gurkurin Kaur. Saira Uskar. Zarish Rasa. Shanil Salim Pasha. Kayana Johnson. Nina Plachette Matthews Reed. Latanisha Kayshawn Thompson. Monica Marie Merkner. Alyssa Marie Alvarez. Sarah M. Atasi. Alyssa Leanne Frank. Shallon Elizabeth Mahoney. Joseph Tadros. Tracy Larissa Schwartz. Arbonne Michelle Davis. And Shirleke Brianna Lark. Oh. And our speaker, Brigitte Camille Kelly.
So congratulations once again to each and every member of the classes of 2020 and 2021. And so we come to the close of this milestone occasion for IU Northwest and Indiana University. We are grateful to all those who helped plan this commencement, of course, in the most difficult of circumstances, especially to Ed Mamrilla and the rest of the University Advancement and External Affairs team. Please join me in thanking them for their wonderful efforts. Our thanks also go to the Indiana University Brass Quintet for providing outstanding music throughout this ceremony, and to Mrs. Liascos for leading us in song. Please join me in thanking them as well. And our thanks go as well to Professor Schoon for the wonderful job, as he has done in the past, in announcing every graduate's name, and to our sign language interpreters, Sandra Crittenbrink and Deborah Pampalone. Please join me in thanking them, all of them, for their efforts as well. And now Mrs. Liascos will lead us all in singing the alma mater song, Hail to Old IU. The words are on the inside front covers of your program booklets. And after the song, after the alma mater, please be seated. And to help ensure everyone's safety, please remain at your seat location until you are asked to recess by an usher. Now, will all those who are able please stand for the alma mater?
Come and join in song together, shout with might and main. Our beloved alma mater, sung her praise again. Gloria naufragio pana, ere to her be true. She's the pride of Indiana. Hail to old IU.